Okay, let me see if that bike off the stand. Always from the left hand side.
Yeah.
Left handle bar, right hand of that, good firm push forward.
Okay.
Then putting it back on, stand down with the foot. Basically all you're going to do is stand on it with one foot, so push down with the right leg and then pull up at the back. So push down and pull up and the bike will just roll on. Nice and smoothly. Have a go at that for me please. Don't put any weight on it when you take it off. Just take your foot off of it for a second. And then just push it forward. That's it. Good firm push forward. Okay, now put your right foot on the stand. And then right hand at the back. And just push down, get nice and close to the bike. And then just stand on it and pull up at the back, and that bike should roll on. So you're lifting up. But the bike's going to go backwards. So just literally don't pull it with the left hand, just stand on it straight up. And then pull up at the back. So push down and pull up at the same time. Okay. Then take the bike off the stand, get yourself sat there. You can get on that one and get it started, please, Nathan.
Where's the bloody gears?
Hold on the back brake. Okay, so to get the bike moving, obviously we need to do quite a lot nice and early. The bike will start to move forward. You can do it quickly and aggressively, try a lot more aggressively for a nice smooth, slow right hand. How did you get on last Saturday? Yeah, last time we got alright, didn't you? What we're going to have to ride down for 5 minutes, play around with the bike, play around with the throttle, front and back brake, play around with the indicators. Just remember that's a straight line going on the front brake. Nice and gently, please. Can I have a ride round for 5, please, Nathan?
The gears are dodgy on this one.
turn it off. What we're going to do is we're going to move on to slow control. The ability to ride the bike at a low speed without putting your feet down, stalling, or losing control of the bike. We're going to do this in the style of a figure of 8. Now the whole point of the exercise is that we ride around in a figure of 8 at a low speed, not as slow as we can, just at a low speed, anything between 3 and 5 miles an hour. It's quite important that you don't try and do the turns too tight, because if you try and turn too tight you'll put your foot down, which defeats the whole object of the exercise. So it needs to be nice, big figure of 8s. Also look where you want to go, because naturally when you turn your head, you will also turn your shoulders as well, which will help you steer the bike. So look where you want to go. Jump off the bike for me. I'll give you a very quick demonstration. It's a lot easier to do it on an automatic than it is a gear bike. So, what we do is, we get the back brake on as hard as we can, set the throttle nice and high, about there, and we're going to let the back brake now control the speed. So keep the throttle open the whole time and let the back brake control how fast you go. I'm going to ride around the 2 yellow cones in a figure of 8. All on the back brake.
Okay.
Okay, jump on the bike for me. Hang on, you get. So you're going to use these 2 yellow cones just here.
Okay.
You're going to use the 2 yellows that I was just on. Obviously, first gear only. Throttle, clutch and rear brakes, you need clutch control here. And do not touch the front brake at any time during this exercise.
Fall over.
On the back brake. So when you're ready, get your bike started and off you go, please.
Which way am I going? Stop. Nope. Right there. I'm confused. Such a bigger bike, man. And this is bullshit.
Brake at all, they'll fail you for that on your test. Get your foot on the brake.
What, on the brake?
Be on the brake the whole time. Stop there for me. Stop it if you do.
It's just because it's a bit of a higher bike.
Jump off the bike, should be no different.
Right.
So what you're doing is, high throttle, clutch just past the bike point, and then your back brake goes on. That gives you the ability to turn a lot smoother and a lot tighter without you putting your feet down. Controlling it all on the back brake, all on the clutch. And you get a lot more control.
So it has to be on the clutch a bit?
Clutch shouldn't be all the way out.
Wouldn't you wear your clutch?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
You would if it was a car, but cars have dry clutches, whereas bikes have wet clutches, so they're going to last a lot longer than heating. You've got to ride the clutch.
Fucking feels weird, man.
Okay, neutral, turn it off. What we're going to do is we're going to get your mirrors set up now exactly how you want them for the road ride. And what you're looking for in your mirrors is just a little bit of your arm here on the inside of the mirror. So that bit of the mirror should be you, the rest of the mirror should be what's going on directly behind you. So get them set up how you think they need to be. So that right mirror can be just tilted up a little bit. Left mirror is perfect. Right mirror can go out a bit more. That's fine, that's fine. Nathan, your left mirror can go out a fraction. Okay, good. Right, so hands on the handlebars, Nathan, and look forwards for me. Just shout now when I disappear from view from your left-hand mirror.
No.
Okay. Both of you have a look to see where I am.
Yeah.
Turn your heads, have a look and see where I am.
Yeah.
Turn your heads and have a look at me, where I am. This is where Nathan's blind spot starts. And the further that way I go, the deeper into your blind spot I'll be. So that entire area over there is your blind spot. It's massive, it's huge. Nathan, look forwards. Obviously you can watch this for me. Shout now, Nathan, when you can see me in your mirror or out the corner of your eye, but look forwards.
I can see you now.
Okay, but head forwards. You
Yeah.
can't see me now, can you?
Nope.
Shout now when you can see me in that mirror or out the corner of your eye. Head forwards.
You're right there.
Head forwards.
What, head forwards?
You still can't see me at the minute, can you?
No.
No, your mirror was fine where it was.
Oh, okay. That blind spot is terrible.
There's nothing you can do about it. It's there. Okay? So I can get literally this close to your bikes before you can see me. So that area is huge. You've got an equal blind spot on both sides of the bike. But what would you say is the largest vehicle you could have there without seeing? What would be the largest vehicle?
On this side or that side?
Either side. Makes no difference. They're both the same.
A lorry?
An articulated lorry. A vehicle which will be approximately 60 feet long and weigh up to 44 tonne in weight.
Ouch.
That means you can get any other vehicle there, so a double-decker bus, coach, transit van, car, motorbike, push bike or a person. Anything can be in a blind spot. Would you be able to hear a vehicle in your blind spot? Would you be able to hear it? What would stop you from hearing it?
The noise
Helmet.
pollutants.
So helmet noise, what did you say?
Noise pollutant.
What from?
I don't know, the other things around you like revving or...
Traffic noise, your engine, and wind noise. The faster you go, obviously the louder the wind will get. So the only thing you can do then to cover this blind spot is a lifesaver. A lifesaver is a blind spot check. It's not a full-blown shoulder check, it's just a quick glance into that blind spot just there. So all I would do is to cover my blind spot, tuck my chin into my shoulder. That's the blind spot covered, but more importantly I can still see everything that's going on in front of me.
In your peripheral vision.
Yeah, using all your peripheral vision. So you're not overstretching or straining. If you start doing that, if it's uncomfortable, you'll stop doing it. And it is just a quick check, and that is all it is. If you look to the left, it's a left lifesaver. If you look to the right, it's a right lifesaver. And that's all I'm going to refer to it as from now on. But why do I need to do one? If I'm riding here on my bike, why do I need to see if there's a car there? What do I now possibly want to do?
If you want to change direction.
Turn right.
Yeah, change direction or change lane.
Change lanes. Move around the parked car on the left-hand curb. Move through the gap of a speed hump. Anything that causes me to move 18 inches or more to the right, you're going to do a right lifesaver before you move. Anything 18 inches or more to the left lifesaver before you move. And it's as simple as that. Have you started using the front brake yet? Have you started using your front brake yet?
No.
No, you're going to start using it now in this next exercise.
Okay.
This row of white cones represents a stop line.
Okay.
What you're going to do for me, both of you, you're going to pull away from a stationary position, so you need to do a mirror check, both mirrors. You're turning left, so you will need to do a left-hand lifesaver. You then do a left-hand turn for me. I want you to ride your bikes up to the van and just come down in a straight line as you are, and I want you to stop at the line using both brakes.
Okay.
So throttle off, front, back,
Okay.
more front, and then clutch in first gear just before your bike stops and stalls. So Don't leave all your braking to the last minute. We're looking for smoothness here, okay? But remember, the faster you go,
The harder it is.
no, the easier it is.
Oh.
The faster you go, the better your brake will work, okay? And obviously the faster you go, the longer it will take to stop, so you'll either need to get your brake on harder or earlier, or both, depending on how quickly you need to stop. Let me just point out, this is not an emergency stop exercise,
Okay.
it's just a stopping at a line exercise to give way to traffic, okay? So we're looking for a controlled stop. But if you see me doing this, it means I want you to come down faster, so give it a little bit more speed. Get your bike started for me, please. Okay, so mirror check, left light saver, left turn, please. Nice and gentle. Okay, check. Put your ground up and go, please.
What?
Next time come down a lot faster. A lot faster. So quick look around for me, off you go.
How fast?
Not much faster, about 15-ish I would say. Engine brake and it's going to take you longer to stop. If your bike falls down and goes over, what's normally the first part of the bike that hits the floor?
Handlebar.
Or lever?
Or lever, yeah.
How many fingers did you have on the lever?
One.
Okay.
I should have two.
No, you should have four.
Oh.
So get one finger on there for me. The bike hits the floor, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Crush your fingers. Now you try and pull that lever in as hard as you can with one finger. Now do it with four. More leverage. The brake's going to work a lot better.
Should I stay in first?
No, change it to second, but change down to first before you stop. Quick look around for me again. Shoulder checks. One more. Better on the clutch, but still have one finger on that lever.
Oh, sorry.
So neutral, turn it off,
Okay, I'm going to make sure it's 4.
Yeah, I mean, they'll foul you on your test for that, because they'll get you for not having enough control. Right, emergency stops then, next exercise. Basically the same as what we've just been doing, but instead of stopping at the row of cones, you're going to be stopping out on a hand signal. What is the whole point of you doing an emergency stop?
In case something stops in front of you.
So the car in front stopping suddenly, what else?
Ambulance. No, not ambulance.
Not ambulance.
No.
What else could cause you to do an emergency stop? What are the most 3 common reasons? One of them is car
Oil
stopping.
on the road or something.
No, because you wouldn't do an emergency stop, you'd try and swerve. And if you saw oil on the road, would you do an emergency stop and risk stopping on it?
No.
Or just go straight over it? So, cars pulling out in front of you is 1.
Yes.
Car in front stopping suddenly is 2.
Yes.
People stepping out in front of you is 3. Is that camera on?
Hmm.
Turn it off. I charge a lot of money for people to watch.